Now currently our database is going to be empty, so the next thing we're going to do before applying the advanced filtering is we're going to populate our database, and to do that automatically we're going to create a new file, and since we're going to be using our model we're going to import it. So we're going to have const car, and we're going to require from the models folder and the car file. In here we're going to have an array of cars, so we're going to call it cars, and it's going to be an array. So once we have our list, we're going to scroll down and we're going to define a function called populate. Since we're going to be dealing with promises, we're going to set it up as async. Now at the top of our file, we need to import different components. The first thing we need is the .env package, since we're going to be accessing our Mongo URI. And the other thing we need is our connectDB function, which is inside the connect.js file. Once we have those imported, we're going to head back to our function and we're going to have our try catch block. And the first thing we're going to wait for is the connectDB function, and we're going to pass in our Mongo URI. Once we've connected to our database, the next thing we're going to do is use the create function from our model. So we're going to have car.create. Now previously we used the create function to create an individual object, but we can also pass in an array, and it's going to create an individual item for each object inside the array. So we're going to pass in our cars array, and next we're going to log cars added, so we know that the process has finished successfully. And finally, to exit out of our program, we're going to run process.exit, and we can pass in a number. We're going to pass in 0, which means successful. Then we're going to have our catch block, which is going to catch an error and it's going to log it. Once that's done, we're going to call our function, which was populate, and we're going to save this file. Now what we need to do is head to our terminal, and for now we're going to stop our server, and what we need to do is run our populate.js file. So in order to do that, we're going to have node, and we're going to pass in the name of our file, which was populate.js, and we get the message cars added. Now to verify that the cars have been added, we're going to head to MongoDB Atlas, and we're going to click on browse collections. And as you can see, 20 objects have been added to our cars database.